Hey, I just got here in San Jose at the Airbnb where I'm staying. I've been traveling for 24 hours and I'm pretty exhausted. I don't handle motion really well, and this trip has been really, really challenging. Um, so, yeah, uh, finally here, but can't soak it in yet because I'm feeling really tired and sick. So, I'll make a video as soon as I've had a nap or something. Bye.
Hey, it's Sean here from Virtually HQ. I'm here at the Oculus Connect event. It starts tomorrow, and this is Facebook's annual conference about their virtual reality technology, the hardware and software, and the people that make it. So it's a bit of a noisy location, but it's still pretty early in the morning, and it was a journey getting here, seriously. I've gone from Melbourne to Sydney, and then Sydney to San Francisco, and then San Francisco to San Jose. And I got incredibly motion sick, to the point where it was just awful, really awful. And it was so difficult to get through all that travel. I'm not normally that bad, but the plane ride is what really set it off. Anyway, when I drove past this convention center, finally almost getting here, it was kind of emotional, because like I caught a taxi because I didn't have the Uber app, and I didn't have Wi-Fi or anything, and I almost cried when I said I'm from Australia because I was just that exhausted. And while I've still got jet lag, and so that means like I've been awake since 3 a.m. And watched a couple of Disney movies, and then found on Reddit someone looking for virtual marketing for their virtual reality game, and then just being really active on Twitter and looking up all the OC6 people, the people coming here, and the other events that are happening. So there's this event goes for 2 days, and around that there's probably at least 5 events, other smaller events that I can go to, and some people that I already know will be there, and that will be really cool. So my impressions of USA so far, well, given that I've been sick, I've had a lot of time to reflect on the quality of the restrooms in the over here, and like just in general, like your infrastructure around travel, public facilities, like you compared to Australia, they seem to be really well built. And like the Caltrain was from like all stainless steel and from 1985, whereas in Melbourne all our trains are like, just 10 years old or something. So maybe you build better stuff over here, or you used to anyway. Something I wasn't like expecting was that there's quite a lot of Hispanic culture around here. I guess I should have known that, given that it's like California and the names of the cities and the streets. But connected to that is that this morning I had my comfort food is basically Vietnamese style, and I had a banh mi that was the most hot banh mi bread roll that I've ever had in my life, and I didn't buy a drink. So then I went and had coffee, and I wouldn't be from Melbourne if I didn't say something about coffee in America. It's not looking good. I'll keep looking. If you know a good coffee place around here, let me know. Another thing I've noticed is that just from the advertising that I've seen on TV and stuff, the tone of the advertising over here is so like low key. It's in Australia, it seems the advertising is always bright and energetic and yelling at us, and whereas over here the people on the ads seem to be like just talking. Maybe you've gone through like a cycle of really energetic advertising, and Australia hasn't got there yet. I don't know. And you've got paper money, and like you can just rip it, and that's really weird because in Australia we've got plastic money. So that's it. What I've got planned for today is probably won't have any more rest or anything. I can't switch off because I'm in VR mode right now, and I probably will be for the next 10 days. So it was really hard to get more sleep. Anyway, what I plan to do is just keep interacting on Twitter with anyone that I can find, and I've got to book a venue for the Melbourne VR meetup, and also get back to the VR marketing, the people who want marketing for their game, so figure that out. I think today, like this location, I'm probably one of the first people filming here, because my Airbnb is just around the corner, and I got here quite early. But I imagine all the other content creators will come here through the day. They're flying in now, you know, that I might be one of the first. But it's cool to be here. I'm not looking forward to the flight home, so how about I just stay? That's it. This video, like, I'm going to post one video a day. So this is officially day 0 because the event hasn't started yet, and everybody's still setting up. But tonight I can go here to get my ticket, and meet a few people, I think, and I don't know, I gotta find something to do at lunchtime, because now it's not lunchtime yet, and I'll be bored. Alright, see ya. Everything here in America seems slightly bigger, like your street signs, your cars, your buildings, your public spaces, your trains, your food portions, like your buildings, the trees, everything just seems like scaled up by 1.2. It's really weird. It's actually like loading up a virtual reality, like a model or an environment, and the scale being off. That's what it feels like right now. Everything is a bit weird. And my mum told me it would be like that. Everything's bigger, but it's actually real. Everything's just scaled. So weird. Alright, so it's now the following day, and it's quite early in the morning again. I woke up early. I'm still feeling that jet lag. So even though this is the next day, I'm still going to talk about my day 0 that just happened, because I came home exhausted. After the last clip that you saw, I went shopping and I bought some groceries, like just I'm turning into a vegetarian apparently, because I just bought heaps of fruit and veggies. And then I came back to my room here and I just passed out basically for 5 hours. And then 3 o'clock came around, and lucky I set my alarms because I had to get ready to go to the day 0 Oculus, like a pre-registration and happy hour, and that was from 4 until 7 p.m. At the venue, just not far from where I am. And at that venue, there was drinks and music and about 300 people probably. I'm not sure. I'm not a crowd counter. And I I did talk with a few people. Met someone from the Austin VR community, and an audio engineer at Facebook. A guy from Colombia who does real estate, virtual reality, and almost met someone from Melbourne, but we didn't quite connect because I just got locked into a conversation with someone else. But there is someone from Melbourne here, so I'm going to definitely find them today. And who else? Oh, Sonia, who I've interviewed, the community manager, or community builder. She introduced me to the Lone Echo community, and I said hi to them. Met a community manager from Ready at Dawn, and a marketing person from Ready at Dawn. That's a studio. What else did I don't think I did much else. So it was roughly 3 hours. I do feel a little bit like I didn't really capitalize on the opportunity. Something though was suddenly realizing that with all these people around, I'm not special. And in fact, I realized that I know nothing. I am Jon Snow. I know nothing. And it's like time to step it up, basically. It's not good enough just to say you're a VR enthusiast when you're here at OC6 and invested so much to get here. I've got to prove that I actually do have a reason to be here, and I need to figure that out. Like I know it. I want to help developers create the awesome games that are possible but don't yet exist. And whether that's helping them build it or market it, I don't really care what I do. I can help them. And so I have told a few people that I would like to work at Oculus, and on Twitter I've been in contact with a marketing person and applied for a one-on-one with the executives. So I don't really, it wasn't like heavily advertised, but you can apply to have a 5-minute session with the executives of Oculus. And so I have applied. I said that I'd like to talk about a more like a junior role in marketing at Oculus, relocating from Melbourne, and maybe even esports in an arcade setting for Oculus Quest. So there's a bit of a variety of topics there. They're things that I'm very interested in. Something else that I picked up is that walking around, it was on that little journey I had yesterday when I was walking around and exploring the downtown around here. Just people passing me by and they're speaking with American accents, and it sounded so like vanilla to me. Now that I'm here, I feel like the American accent, everyone has that here, and like they are vanilla, and now I'm different. It's weird. And when I was talking to people at the pre-event, the pre-registration party, I started to pronounce my R's a bit more, and I can even do it right now. And I'm conflicted about my accent, because I would really love to be understood, and if my accent is a barrier to that, then I will change my accent, and it's easy for me to do. And actually throughout my life I have always with the voice chats for the different games I've been in, I generally pick up the accents and the mannerisms of the people that I'm around, and that's just how I've always been. So I imagine if I did come here, I would probably get an American accent, because it's just the way my brain is. Anyway, and then I'd be vanilla. So I don't know about that. At the pre-registration party, someone told me about a dinner happening, and it it was a dinner hosted by Oculus for the Oculus Start and Oculus Launch program members. So this is the program that Oculus operate to help developers get started and to get off their feet with virtual reality development. And there was a dinner that needed a password to apply, and when I lined up and I came to the counter to get my badge, I just told them I am neither Start or Launch, and I just heard about it from a friend. And luckily, like some event manager there saw me and asked me why am I there, and I said I run a podcast. She asked me, am I press? And I was like, not really. And she said, do I know people in there? And I said, yeah, I know a few people. They've been on my podcast. So she just gave me this wristband, and away I went. I met a guy from California who does very interested in like psychedelic experiences, energy, and like interesting stuff. Not at all what I'm interested in, but I know lots of people love that stuff. Like I have cousins who are very much into it, and aunties who believe in energies. And like it's funny the way that people have different perspectives about the same thing, because he said that many cities in California are built on the colonial and the gold rush era, and he said about built on gold, right? And I thought about the economy and the history of being built in the gold rush era, but he was actually talking about being built on gold and quartz as a bed of like energy underneath the city. So that was pretty interesting. And also talked to another guy who does training apps he's from the UK, living in Canada, and he does training apps and very interesting clients, and like looks like he's done a variety of different training apps, and that was good. And then and someone on the table happened to be David, who was my first interview. David from Coin Flip Studio, who made the Ninja Legends VR game. He sat down at my table and got to say hello to him again. That was awesome, friendly face, and so that was the day, and I had to leave because I was just feeling so tired. I left at 8:30, and finally got to sleep at about 9:30, and that was day 0. So I'm now going to upload this video that you're watching right now as the day 0 video and go straight into my day 1. Right now the time is I don't know, it's like 6 a.m. or something, but my day has started, so it's day 1. Yeah, that's the end of the video. It is getting really rambly. I'm sorry. I'm still delirious. Jet lag is having a huge impact on me, and being suddenly surrounded by people who know way more than me is it's humbling, and I don't really know where to start unpicking it, but that's what I've got to do. So see ya. I hope today goes really well, and I hope I meet. Oh, anyway, that's the end of day 0. Bye.